hard act to follow. Our next poet is Lori Nolasco, and Lori is the secretary of the Just Poets organization and has a book out from Foothills Publishing, and also teaches over in the English Language Center and works in the Writing Center at RIT. So, Lori. Over here. Which one?
Buenas tardes. Good afternoon. A while ago, last fall to be exact, John Roach put out a call for Joe the Poet poems that he would like to put into a series. And the idea is that Joe or Josephine the Poet would travel to many locations and tell of his or her experiences. I have a poem about Josefina the Poet on her way to Santo Domingo, and it is subtitled The Facebook Rant. Bleached blonde Alice sits pretty and high and mighty in the parental Disney World castle, perches on the safe side of the looking glass, brandishes handheld device, spouts Facebook fantasies. I look like $1,000,000. I just got my hair cut and colored and a clean bill of dental health. Let's down what's left of her bleached blonde hair so all may climb the golden stair. No, that's Rapunzel. But all the same to saccharine, sentiment-spewing Alice. It's a wonder those perfect teeth haven't rotted from all that syrup. Oh, me encanta el español. See Josefina roll her eyes, which have seen lopsided shacks with tin roofs cave in. When she goes back to Santo Domingo, Josefina the Poet will look beyond all those pristine beaches, hotels like little boxes, endless buffets. How can she stop the relentless tide of sugary, sweet Spanish interjections, ay Dios mío, and mi vida, ad nauseum, other than to say, get real, Alice. Take off those rose-colored glasses, Alice. Poor benighted Alice, or is it Alicia? You still cling to father-daughter date nights at five-star Italian restaurants. And the height of your weekend is video games with your boyfriend, all recounted in a frenetic jumble of joy in your Saturday Spanish class. Like the White Queen, I will shake you just like a kitten, and shake you until you see through those pretty hazel eyes all those children whose parents can't afford to take them to see a dentist. Until you wipe that too wide, still in Kansas smile off your Pollyannish little face, until you shatter that looking glass once and for all. Ay, Dios mío is right. Which rabbit hole did you fall down? The moral of the story is that Josefina the Poet should not spend so much time on Facebook. Neither should I. I did not bring my laptop with me on my recent trip to Santo Domingo over the holidays. This next poem is inspired by the beaches in Santo Domingo and also Puerto Plata, which is the sister city of Rochester, New York. It's inspired by Walt Whitman's poem, Out of the Cradle, Endlessly Rocking, which mimics the movement of the sea. And it begins with an epigram from E.E. Cummings. For whatever we lose, like a you or a me, it's always ourselves we find in the sea. New voice crying out. Out of an Indian summer, out of an everlasting spring, the giant's cradle, spills over into an endless sea, and I throw myself on the sand like him, the barefoot boy, like him the chanter of both bliss and suffering, like him the translator of notes, and those who rock and sway and greet me with vibrant double L's and resonant double R's would lead me to the shore to confront new waves. They, the singers of the incessant carol, who have not become and will never become shades of themselves. Those who move stiffly like automatons through the metal and asphalt wasteland and have ferried themselves across a Styx and have drunk of a Lethe, all to partake of formless, tasteless, mass-produced daily bread, once slaves raped by the master, now masters brandishing whips, lash out at the one who appallingly makes the sounds they have been taught to stifle, counterfeiting that characteristic initial double L in llenar, llevar, llorar, to fill, to take, to cry, embezzling the heritage brought by conquistadors and merged with the indigenous Taino and Africans who cut the cane. To them of the straightened hair, the dark, severe suits, the slow, deliberate gait, even the cry of pain or surprise, "Ay!" is but a forged signature on a stolen check. There on the coastline of Puerto Plata, the laughter of the tall, reed-like young men keeps time with the rhythm of the tide, not because I am the lightest shaded one on the beach, but as they dart past into the spilling breakers, shouting, "Me voy para lo hondo, I'm going deeper." Then glance back, they call, "Amiga, ¿de dónde eres? Las olas son mucho más suaves." My friend, where you come from, the waves are much more gentle. I watch them as one by one they challenge the breakers, while on either side a boy of caramel or cinnamon skin holds my arm, for fear that I'll be swept out past the agile swimmers and body surfers, and as a wave washes over us, the new voice crying out to them rings true. Those who wander the sterile sands of a stunted existence, like withering cilantro plants or spindly stalks of oregano in a window garden, might have bloomed into immense bushes growing year-round in the tropics. So how can they possibly hear the lone singer of the loud, disconcerting aria on another not-so-wild beach, warned of the stinging man-o'-war, riptides, and the calm surface that fools the eye, but emboldened and heedless, enchanted by his song, "Ven conmigo en el agua, come with me into the water." I follow the one with skin of chocolate sin azúcar and hair like black seaweed, while the witnesses who stay behind shout for him to return. Swimming beside him, I lose sight of the waterfront. Then the tallest of the watchers, merman-like, appears beside us, ordering me to climb on his back, and with powerful strokes heads towards the beach. When the deepest toned one of all, the merman's son, insists that he would have brought me back to shore, my bearded savior, healer, spellbinder, lifter of curses, scolds him until he hangs his head. But the sound of the sun drowns out all reproaches. Across the stretch of sand, out of the force of the cradle, into the sweeping current, beyond the notes of the carol, oh, to dare and to defy the waves. I throw myself beneath the surface, as if to piece together the broken universe, while the nervous boys, the body-surfing young men, the old merman and his son scan the sea for this other solitary guest to emerge, to draw that first sharp breath, and the new voice crying out, "Ah, ay," to them rings true. Muchísimas gracias. Thank you.
Let's see, Miriam, do you want to mention? There are sheets over there with many of the poems. So if some of you would like copies, they're on the piano. Help yourself. Can you all still hear me with the microphone as it is? Okay.
Nope, sorry, no good over here.
Okay, where's Eddie?
Right in front
Do
of
you have someone to come up?
I have the pip pushed up for me. Who's ready? Django Signs want to perform?
We were waiting for the other.
Oh, okay.
Maybe a little
okay.
later.
Fine. Vicki, want to perform? The next performer, she's Joy Teller, ABC performer, youth at ABC, Handshake for years, and actress. She's did theater direction. She's been for deaf for years. Her name is Vicki Nordquist.
Hello, everybody. My name is Vicki, and I'm deaf, as you can probably see. Figure that out for yourself. And but the voice you hear is not mine. It's from the woman in the front there. Just to let you know. Am I understanding you okay? Yeah, gotcha. Okay, there you go. All right, I just gave her this at the last minute. It's a very short poem I'd like to perform for you. There's no title. I have traveled the road of the past with memories. And now I travel the road of the present with love. I will travel the road of the future with dreams. That's it. Thank you. Short and sweet. Oh, no, sit down. I'm not done. Sit down. This is my floor, my stage. Chill, will ya? All right. So now the next poem I'd like to perform for you. Now I would like to ask the interpreter not to voice while I'm performing. I'm just going to get it out there and see if you can see what ASL poetry looks like without the crutch of a voice to depend upon. And if you feel lost, that's okay, right? Deaf people feel lost all the time, and they might even feel lost during this too. But I'm going to fingerspell a few words, and I'm sure that you may catch them or you might not catch them. All right, ready to rumble? Okay. The title is Remember Our World, Our Home. One world, one home. Antarctica. Australia. Asia. Africa. Europe. Africa. South America. North America. Antarctica. Africa. Asia. Europe. And the banks. Australia. South America. North America. We only have one home.